Hi, y'all, I'm Cayman, and welcome back to whatever I'm calling this, the Giving the Apartments Personalities. Anyway, here we have my sim, who is a Lothario type, like a Don Lothario type. I made him a long time ago with the Casanova kit. I was like, you know what, we need a bachelor in this building, so here's the bachelor. Anyway, I kind of gave him like a cool hangout kind of vibe to his digs. So, yeah. I'm doing 2 apartments this video because when I plopped the footage down, I was like, it's only like 18-ish minutes. That feels kind of short. I was like, I should probably make it just slightly longer. So I ended up doing a whole nother family and just doing a whole nother apartment. At least this time I didn't have to redo like the entire building like I did the last part. I did struggle with the layout with this one a little bit because I wanted certain stuff to fit, but it ended up not being too bad. You know, and I might change the color of that sofa later. As I said, I will put this apartment building up on the gallery when it's finished. I think the sim is on the gallery, maybe? I'm not entirely sure. Also, we got a games table, but no chairs to go with it. Kinda rude. But yeah, I think his name is Tony, maybe? I don't remember, I have to look at it. But, yeah, he is definitely Mr. Bachelor. I don't know why, but I thought that statue kind of worked in this apartment. It's like, oh, what should I put on this little console table? What would be cool for this dude? I like to imagine he reads. He doesn't like telling anybody he reads, but he reads. Oh, there's a wine bottle. I should have put that down somewhere. Yeah, I had a hard time figuring out his personality. I was like, oh, he needs to do dishes at some point. Let me, put this dish rack next to the sink. As you can see, I struggled getting that dish rack there. But it looks so good, you know? It is 11:46 p.m. when I am recording this. I've had a weird day. I should probably stop recording and come back later. I really want to put that deconstructed heart bed in somewhere. It's gonna go somewhere. Probably the basement. But it's not here for now. You know, I am going to stop and come back later when I am well rested. I know I need to have a video out. Well, I don't have to have a video out every day, but I would like to have a video out every day. That's my goal. But, life has been crazy, so I haven't been able to record much. So, yeah, I'm gonna come back. Wait, is it going? I didn't have a countdown. I guess it is. Well, it's the next day. Why isn't there a basketball in with that pile of sports equipment? Weird. I don't know why, but I decided each one of these apartments needed an umbrella stand. Did I put an umbrella stand in the first one? I don't remember. I'll have to go back and look. Kind of just going through the whole catalog to see what jumps out at me for this dude. Not sure if I mentioned this, but I thought that statue really worked well in this apartment. It's kind of just a random thing. I mean, where else do I use it, you know? I probably could have put the child in there. Grogu, whatever you want to call him. I know Grogu is his name, but the game is called The Child. Because I did put a Star Wars helmet in there. Oh, I should have taken some allergy medicine before I started recording. I sound so stuffed up. I was debating on having it look like he went to college, but I was like, nah. Did I keep that there? I want to say I did, but I don't know if I did or not. Because I definitely wanted bottles on the wall. Did I leave it like that? I don't remember. Okay, so I did move the infinity mirror. Okay, I built this like several days ago, so I don't remember what I did. Kind of just watching it like y'all are. Adding commentary as I go. I like the little detail of the cereal box. Is the little cereal boxes. That's kind of cute. I just realized I don't think I put a coffee pot in here. So the mugs kind of make no sense. I just realized Allison didn't give him a job. I should go in and give him a job. Kind of gave him like a red and black theme. I kind of thought that fit. He is a perpetual bachelor, but he does need an income. I remembered I had one of those in the basement. That actually works. I think. Pretty sure it does. Of course, I did decide to put it on a table. Yeah, as far as I know, this whole apartment works. See, he can work out, he can make some music, get complaints from his neighbors, from the DJ booth. I don't know why nothing is showing up on the screen. I do a little bit of gameplay here and there. Probably should have cut this out. The bills, like 8 simoleons, which is funny. Like, this apartment is definitely worth more than 8 simoleons. And then I immediately hated those curtains. That's better. I don't know why, I just like putting alarm clocks on little side tables. What was I looking for? Oh, lamp. I was looking for a lamp. What kind of lamp was I looking for? Oh, that one. Yeah, that's a good lamp. Do I keep that? Trying to remember everything. As I said, it's been a few days. Yeah, he doesn't want anybody to know that he reads. But he does. Because he's a classy guy. He's got tools. I don't know why he needed a ceiling fan. And I realized that thing existed and I was like, oh, this needs to go in the kitchen. Because that makes sense. Yeah, I gotta have little bookcases. Because as I said, he's a classy guy. Even though he is a big womanizer. Honestly, I'm kind of happy with how this place turned out. It's not my best work, but I like it. Wanted to make sure the table worked. Unfortunately, he had nobody to play with at the moment. Realized his trophies needed to go on the shelf over there. It's like, dude, you need to be better at cooking. Oh, and the welcome wagon. Oh, look, Mom and Dad from the Mega Sim series. Well, Super Sim now. Oh, good, he leveled up in cooking. Oh, look at them being adorable. I don't think he'll go after married women. Probably just like single women. I don't know if I'll play with him though. All that much. There we go, playing cards. So, you know the table works. And the welcome wagon's gone. He's doing stuff. I don't know why he went to go wash his hands and not use the toilet because he had to go. Well, there's more of this segment. What did I do? Oh, we're going down to the basement. That's what. Oh, yeah. That's what I did. I tried putting that one back in, but it just did not want to fit. I was like, oh well. A little bit of a utility room. I put this guy back. There we go, that's better. Oh, that's when the mailbox got deleted. Okay. Yeah, the basement definitely needs a facelift. But that's what I did so far. Alright, here we have our second family that we're doing. These guys are based off of a family that I saw my first ever trip to Buc-ee's. I just thought they were just like a really interesting family. I know nothing about these people, but I made Sims based off of them. As you can see, I went through like a bajillion names for this one dude. I was like, what is your name, dude? And eventually I land on... What do I land on? I landed on something. Eric. He kind of does look like an Eric. Eric Champion. That's the Champion family. But yeah, I know nothing about these people, and yet I thought they were so interesting, I had to make Sims of them. I can add them to the gallery. I didn't last night when I made them, but I might later. I mean, if y'all want them, I mean, yeah, I'll probably add them to my gallery. I was trying to get his face just right, because I'm pretty sure... I don't know where he was from, but he was definitely Asian. The dad was. So I was trying to make this dude look Asian. As Asian as possible. He's a pretty cool dude. I kind of did just, like, pre-made outfits. Here we have Mrs. Champion. I forgot what I named her. Grace. Grace is her name, I think. Yeah. When I realized, oh yeah, they have voices. Yeah, Grace, when I first popped her in, wasn't too far off from the skin tone that this lady had in real life. She might have been a little darker, but I didn't want to go too dark because it looks weird. Oh yeah, the new eye colors are weird. But yeah, she was this really pretty black lady, and I was like, huh, that's an interesting combo. I've never seen a black person and an Asian person together before. I was like, oh, that's neat. You don't see that every day, and I just thought they were a really cute couple. And they had, I think, 3 daughters. Really pretty girls. Of course, I've always thought mixed people were gorgeous, so that's just my opinion. But yeah, I was sitting in my dad's car, and we were both eating our little Buc-ee's sandwiches, little pulled pork, whatever it was, the brisket, and there was this family right in front of us, consisting of the mom, the dad, and I think 3 girls. Now, this family I gave 4 girls, mainly because I wanted one of each life stage from infant to teenager. That's why I gave them 4 daughters. But yeah, I just thought they were a really interesting family. I know nothing about these people, but I hope they're doing well. I didn't have to randomize that kid. I thought she was perfect. We have our toddler. Here we have our infant. Honestly, I think the infant skin tone is a little too light. I would have gone a little bit darker. But that's what she randomized as. I think Anastasia's my favorite. Because she's like... I kind of made her a active nerd. I was like, what personality suits you the best? But, I ended up... I love that hair, by the way. I call it the Belle hair because it reminds me of Belle from Beauty and the Beast. But, I kind of made her into, like, a cheerleader. And then in her room, y'all will see in a minute, I kind of went gamer. I didn't change too much, just her outfits. Made her a little skinnier because it made more sense for her as a cheerleader to be skinnier. I haven't seen too many chubby cheerleaders, but they do exist, but stereotypically they are usually pretty skinny. I think she won on the genetics because she's really pretty. I'm glad The Sims decided to mix the jeans pretty well. There's a little cheerleader outfit. That outfit's not too bad. I don't think I changed it all that much, but I did give her a bonnet. I thought that outfit was atrocious. That one's kind of cute. The swimwear is fine. So yeah, you can wear that for hot weather. And that's her cold weather. And those are her outfits. And this is Kylie. I just changed her shoes in her first outfit. I thought the second outfit was fine. But I was like, it needs to be a little fancier. I was like, I don't know why, but this kid definitely gives me, like, blue tomboy energy. Oh, I kind of like Kylie. I'm looking back at her, even though Anastasia's my favorite. Then we have little Nadia. I didn't quite know what hair to put her in until I found that one. I was like, perfect. Nadia is super cute, honestly. Although they did her dirty with just the diaper. Can we get normal leggings for toddlers? Those tights are not... They're so textured, I don't like them. But yeah, Nadia's just a cute little... Just an absolute little cutie. She's just a little cutie pie. And imagine that's what her mom would put her in. And then we have little Raquel. Raquel's cute. Raquel doesn't have that much of a personality other than Wiggly. Anyway, here's the family. I don't know if they'll ever watch this video, but hey, I saw you, Buc-ee's. The one in something, Virginia. See if only Buc-ee's in Virginia. It was like, where did my mailbox go? Did not realize it disappeared on me. I wanted to make sure the mailbox actually worked. And then I realized the apartment flooring was weird. I had to fix that. And then I got to do designing the rooms. I'm not entirely sure if I'm done with this apartment or not. I might add more to it later. But yeah, this is Eric and Grace. Grace's room. Now that I'm thinking back, I probably should have given Kylie a loft bed and put Nadia's little toddler bed under the loft. I'm gonna have to go in and fix that. That way they can have more room in their bedroom. Of course, gotta put that hamper in because we have laundry downstairs. This is Anastasia's room. I did lock it to where only she could come in. Mainly because who wants their younger siblings and their stuff? Why did you put the baby on the sidewalk? Pick her up. Dude, don't leave the baby in the cold. Luckily, Nadia does learn how to crawl up and down stairs really quick. I do cheat their needs because I don't want anybody taken away. Everybody go to bed because you're all tired. I'm kind of waiting for the welcome wagon, but they don't show up yet. I hate it when the toddlers go into the toilet and play in the water. Like, does that annoy anybody else? Or is it literally just me? So I ended up making Grace a style influencer and Eric a doctor. Mainly because I didn't know what else to do with them. But I thought, oh, Grace has some good style. She could be a style influencer. And then I was like, oh, Eric looks very smart. He could be a doctor. So he's in the medical career. She's in the style influencer career. And I don't know why, but for some odd reason, I decided to make him a bowler. Yeah, like bowling with the bowling pins and the bowling lanes. I don't know why, I just thought it was a little cute idea. So there is little bowling stuff around the apartment. Okay, they have a coffee pot, so coffee mugs make sense. Why did it take me so long to find a couch? I like the flower pattern from Businesses and Hobbies, but it only comes on those 2 couches, and neither one of them are a 3-seater. We need more comfy looking couches. I definitely wanted to like add a bunch of like kids stuff around to make it look more like family oriented. Because, you know, kids live here. I wanted to make it look like kids live here. This is where I decided Anastasia was a bit of a gamer. Don't ask me why. I just thought it was cute. And of course, Grace needs her own setup. And I was like, oh, let me give Anastasia a camera, because that'd be cool. And then I was trying to figure out what else. Wanted to give her a closet like that, but none of them fit except for this one. So I was like, well, I guess that's the only clothing option she gets. I really wanted that pile of dirty clothes right there. Can Sims sit something on the bottom portion of that thing? That little side table? I don't remember. Definitely had to go through all the swatches. Here's more gamery stuff for Anastasia. Yeah, I might go back in and replace Kylie's bed with a loft and put Nadia under. Because that would save more space. I really like how this apartment turned out overall, though. Like, it definitely feels lived in, you know? Definitely feels like a family lives here. Maybe Grace can play the piano? I don't know. There's a lot of piano would be cool. Noisy neighbors. I definitely wanted color in this apartment, so we definitely got color. I do like that painting, though. I realized I wanted those picture frames from Growing Together, so I had to pull out my cheats. Because, you know, a mom and dad would be obsessed with taking pictures of their children. Now, the fun part is putting the pictures in the thing. Of course, filling this thing out was a pain in the butt. Because I had to figure out what works, you know? What makes sense. And is every slot? This is when I decided Eric is a bowler. Just give him the bowling trophy. I was like, oh, this could be part of Eric's personality. So yeah, he bowls. I was like, oh, Anastasia needs a phone. Because what teenager doesn't need a phone? That phone item needs more swatches. Here's more of Eric's bowling memorabilia. Sorry. I just woke up. As soon as I'm done recording this, I need to go take a shower. There you go, all the slots are filled. But yeah, I do like how this place turned out. Of course, we need kid activities. Because obviously children live here. I thought Anastasia and Kylie needed backpacks, so there they go. And I think I wanted to add more bowling stuff. There's the bowling pin. I add this little bowling clock. I really like that clock. I was like, oh, let me replace these chairs, these little stools, and put this thing in because I thought it was cool looking. It's like a little room divider. And now we have chairs for somebody to watch somebody play the piano. Isn't that nice? But yeah, that's all for right now, so I'll see y'all next time. Right? Yeah. Change her diaper. The baby's diaper. Jeez. But yeah, that's all for right now, so I'll see you next time. Bye.